Welcome back to the Rylan Williams Show. I'm your host, Rylan Hackworth. If you're new here, this is where we dig into what's going on in the world and the way it shapes how we live, lead, and think. Today, we're unpacking something that might seem small on the surface, but underneath, it's a tidal weight. We're talking about viral social media trends, not the funny ones or the feel-good stuff, but the trends that turn dangerous fast. How do they start? Why do they catch on? And why do people, smart people, sometimes make shockingly bad choices online just for a few likes and a little attention? Let's get into it. So let's call this what it is. Social media trends are the modern day campfire stories, but on steroids. They move fast, they spread wide, and often they skip the brain and go straight to the impulse. Now, when I say trends, I don't mean your favorite dance challenge or that super relatable meme format we all use. I mean the kind of stuff that makes headlines because someone got hurt or arrested or worse. Remember the Tide Pod challenge? People were literally biting into detergent pods on camera for laughs. Then came the devious lick trends. Students filming themselves, stealing school supplies or damaging bathrooms. And more recently, we've seen dangerous stunts on rooftops, train tracks, and highways, all for a little online fame. Those aren't outliers anymore. They're part of the culture of attention, and that's worth paying attention to. Teenagers tend to be the primary group targeted, or maybe we should say absorbed, into these trends. Why? Because teens are wired for risk, wired for approval, and raised on screens. But it's not just about age. Even adults get swept up in the promise of viral exposure. We live in a time where being seen online is often mistaken for being relevant, so the pull towards dangerous clout chasing can hit anybody. Especially when a video racks up 500,000 views in 6 hours and gets reposted by a major accounts. There's this belief that you're the only video away from going viral, but that video could be the one that ruins a reputation, derails a scholarship, or lands someone in a hospital bed. Now, before we go further, I want to take a quick moment to shout out our friends over at Cafe 28 here in Leesburg because they've just launched something that's ironically perfect for this week. It's called Heatwave, a brand new roast from Yield Coffee Roasters. Yeah, that's right, Heatwave. Bold move, considering we've got a triple-digit temps rolling through Highland County. But the roast itself, smooth, citrusy, Ethiopian source, and absolutely built for iced brew. Whether you're a morning regular or looking to beat the heat with something a little brighter, Cafe 28 is open Tuesday through Saturday starting at 6 a.m. Grab a cup, cool down, and support a local biz that's always roasting something new. Let's get real for a second. These trends don't just happen. They're curated, boosted, pushed into your feed by algorithms that reward engagement over judgment. If something gets clicked, it spreads. Doesn't matter if it's helpful, honest, or harmful. The algorithm doesn't ask, is this a good idea? It just says, people are watching, let's send it to more people. And when platforms are flooded with viral content, dangerous or not, it becomes harder and harder to separate what's performative from what's real. We've seen teens injured trying to recreate stunts they saw on TikTok without knowing those videos were staged, professionally edited, or outright fake. Now here's where things get complicated. A lot of these trends starts as jokes. That's what makes them feel harmless. Don't take it so seriously, they'll say. It's just content. But we've seen it evolve, from prank videos that turn into harassment, to memes that mask bullying, to trends that encourage kids to fake medical emergencies or take medications they don't need, all because they saw it go viral. Humor has power. When it is weaponized, it becomes a shield for bad behavior. And when you question it, you're taking it too seriously, that's a warning sign. This part's personal to me. We live in a world where nothing happens unless it's captured. People don't help, they record, they don't reflect, they perform. It's this growing instinct to frame every experience for content instead of connection. There's a pressure to always be on, always entertaining, and in that pressure, judgment goes out the window. People jump fences at zoos, disrupt classrooms, light things on fire, not because they thought it through, but because it might blow up online. So what's the result? Here's just a sample of headlines from the past year. Teen hospitalized after mimicking TikTok blackout challenge. Student suspended after vandalizing restroom during viral prank. YouTuber facing charges after trespassing into military facility for views. These aren't content creators. These are kids. Sometimes they don't even know they've crossed a line until it's too late. Criminal records, lost scholarships, community embarrassment, and yet the trend rolls on. So where do we go from here? We start by teaching media literacy, not just in schools, but at dinner tables, in community centers, and staff meetings. We talk about what's behind the screen. We question why certain videos get rewarded, and we encourage young people to find worth in what's off camera too. And for platforms, yes, they have a role. Better moderation, smarter age controls, transparency around what gets boosted and why. But honestly, the biggest thing we can do is stop rewarding harm with attention. If I could leave you with one takeaway today, it's this. Not everything that goes viral deserves to, and not every moment needs to be captured to be real. Use your voice, use your judgment, and if you see something dangerous, don't share it. That silence is sometimes louder than applause. That's it for this episode of the Rylan Williams Show. Share this with someone who's raising kids, someone who works with students, or anyone who's ever opened TikTok and thought, how did we get here? Until next time, be smart, be safe, and hey, maybe log off for a little while. The real world is still out here.